rumor has it that the Atlanta Hawks could be shopping Dejounte Murray. When they made that deal, I knew him and Trae Young wasn't gonna work together. Trae Young don't want to play off the ball exclusively. So that's one of the big issues, in today's basketball that nobody talk about is the lack of off the ball play by these guys. You think about the guys who could play off the ball. I mean, how many guys you see moving like Rip and Reggie Miller and Ray Allen off the screen? How many dudes you seeing slashing to the cup? You don't see that no more. Really, like you don't even see guys like Gerald Wallace no more, who slashing to the cup, finishing at the rack and stuff no more. So everybody, with this being a guard dominant league now, and that's what they wanted, and that's so fruitful with it being a guard dominant league, because guards sell tickets. You know what I'm saying? They sell shoes, apparel. I mean, when the last time a center had some dope shoes? Maybe Shaq. But today, people don't talk about this. These guys can't play without the basketball. They can't. Everybody's a ball dominant guy. A lot of these guys consistently can't spot up. They can't slash. They can't catch and shoot. Everybody doing everything off the dribble. Think about it. Golden State, one of the last teams that got a couple of guys that can play without the basketball. Everybody primary, skill is with the basketball. Look at the Clippers. Russell is better with the basketball. James is better with the basketball. Kawhi is better with the basketball. Paul George is better with the basketball. So, I mean, even though they learn to play with each other, not saying these guys can't play can't play together without the ball, but that's a huge thing in the NBA today. Everybody is only good with the ball in their hand. Look at the Pistons. K need the ball. J need the ball. Bojanovic need the ball. Sasser need the ball. Atberg need the ball. Bojanovic need the ball. Minus some big men out there, obviously. We know. Even Porzingis could play without the basketball. I ain't really including the centers like that, but what I'm talking about. Everybody that ain't a center really want to be a guard. It really should probably be considered a guard, but that's why LeBron and AD had so much success when LeBron ain't on the floor, because LeBron ain't hogging the ball. So, but Dejounte Murray shooting almost. I think he's shooting around 38% from three this year. So he's shooting the ball better. He's good with the ball in his hand. Good defender. Good playmaker. It'll take Cade off the ball. At that point, I mean, could you move Cade to the three? I mean, he's 6'5", long arms, got great defensive potential. And, just for a side note, like, what would be best next to Trae Young? I think a Klay Thompson type of guy, a guy that's got good size, that's going to be able to defend and just be able to catch and shoot and stretch the floor. But like we were saying, those guys don't really exist as much anymore. You got a few guys that can grow into that around the league, like Ben Mathurin, and it's a couple guys here and there, but for the most part, those guys are slim, far, and few in between. But I mean, you can move Dejounte to the point, put Cade to the three, I would guess, or to the two. Could Ivy and Dejounte Murray work? I don't. To be honest, what would Atlanta do with Jay and Ivy? Honestly, he would really have to be a slasher there. So that'd kind of be an issue. Maybe a 3-team deal. Maybe they wouldn't be interested in him. I don't know. But could you put Ivy and Dejounte Murray and Cade, would that work? I mean, the difference is, once again, even though Dejounte is shooting around 38%, we're not even halfway through the season yet. He's not known as a shooter. So that's the problem. You need more shooting. So if that's the case, you need to be able to find a guy that's going to be able to stretch the floor and shoot. And that's the issue. You're really banking on a Short Thompson. You're really banking on Ivy to be able to shoot the ball better. Cade be able to shoot the ball better. So even though Dejounte is solid at shooting the ball this season, but for the most part, I think he's been a sub 35% 3-point shooter throughout his career. So, but him handling the ball, facilitating, being a veteran guy, still fairly young, being able defensively be good, but still shooting is at a premium for the Pistons. That's the problem. You need to find solutions to shoot the ball. And they have them, but, Monty Morris, Bojanovic, Sasser, some of these guys injured, some of these guys ain't in rhythm. So that's the issue with me. Like, really, how do we fix the shooting problem, the spacing problem? So when they talking about bringing in guys like DeMar DeRozan, Dejounte Murray, you really asking, how do we fix the problem? You try to bring in Joe Harris, he done. He probably need to retire. All the guys you counting on to be able to stretch the floor and shoot it, Joe Harris, Isaiah Livers. A lot of these guys ain't living up to the bill, so spacing is the problem. And then really, do you have the time to wait till Ivy get better shooting, K get better shooting, and Short get better at shooting? I mean, do you really have that time? Ivy's not Durant not gonna be a shooter, and that's fine. He gonna control the paint. So then you say, well, Bojanovic right now, he can hold it down at the 4th spot, but you really gonna need somebody at the 4th spot that's gonna be able to stretch the floor out, be a modern 4. Isaiah Stewart is not that guy. You don't have to respect him inside or out. So then you go out there and say, at that point, you don't have another shooter on the floor. That's a true shooter. K is iffy. Durant is iffy. Assured, so that's the problem. Shooting is the problem. Dejounte Murray might alleviate a little bit of that pain, but he's not a natural knockdown shooter, and that's the problem right now. Either can you wait for some of these guys to get better at shooting, or you got to move on from somebody. That's the problem. That's the true problem. And K and Short Ivy, somebody got to step up and shoot the ball better. And I don't think they can wait for that to happen. I don't think they can wait for that to happen. So to be honest, that deal for me, it had to be contingent on bringing somebody else in that deal that can stretch and shoot the floor, stretch the floor and shoot at the 2 or the 3 spot. So right now, I probably would say no. And I think before they make any trades, they need to get their cooks in order. There's too many supposed chefs in the kitchen, but they gotta find shooting, man. They gotta find shooting that can fit in these spots. And you say I go Durant, Bojanovic, right? Cade in the lineup. Let's say you want to go get DeJounte Murray. Okay, who gonna be that other guy that's gonna be able to stretch that floor out and shoot the rock? That's the question. That's not gonna need to dominate the ball so much. So who's gonna be that next guy to be able to shoot in that lineup? And they got a lot to figure out, man. They got a lot of guys that you was counting on to stretch the floor. Livers, Harris, Burks, Monty Morris. A lot of these guys, Joe Harris, ain't delivered. A lot of they shooters that they was dependent on has failed them. So check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or just Spotify and Anchor. I'm sorry. Appreciate the love and support. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.